Have you ever messed around with a Ouija board? Well, I would most certainly encourage you not to, because Ouija boards are not a joke. Demons are not a joke. Spirits are not a joke. You never know what you're going to release into our world. You never know what you're going to become vulnerable to based on the actions that you take. Now, I'm going to show you a very quick clip today because some of you may not believe in the supernatural. Some of you may not believe in demon possession, but I can assure you that it's real. And I'm going to be bringing you lots of clips on this channel. Matter of fact, if you check out some of my other videos, you will see some other clips on my channel that will pretty much make you a believer if you're not already. But for those of you who do believe, you know that I'm telling you the truth. For those of you that have experienced these, well, either being possessed, and it happens to, well, quite a few people. Those of you who have seen something that maybe you shouldn't have seen, you're terrified by it, you were terrified by it. You know what I'm talking about. I've experienced things myself, so I'm a believer. There's nothing that they can tell me. There's nothing that science can explain to me, because I know in the heart of hearts, in my heart of hearts, that what I experienced, what I've seen is real. Now, a lot of times they try to tell you, well, maybe you're just crazy, and they don't use those words. But, you know, when you go see a psychologist and they try to evaluate you and think that maybe you're nuts and try to politely, you know, imply that you're freaking nuts, well, they tend to do that a lot because, hey, why scare the people? Why tell them what's out there? Or maybe these people themselves are not believers because it hasn't happened to them. But by golly, when it does, they're going to believe just like you and I believe. If you've ever experienced something supernatural, something like I'm about to show you in this quick clip today. And just to briefly share with you what happened in this clip, because some of you may not be informed. Well, this girl, she got a Ouija board from Hasbro, you know, the toy company. No, that's not what happened, but she was playing with a Ouija board, but a Ouija board that was digital. How, you ask? Well, nowadays they have Ouija board apps. Apparently you can download a Ouija board app or a Ouija board game, whatever you want to refer to it as. Hey, it still does the same thing. It lets demons into your world. So she had an iPhone, maybe an Android. I don't know which one she had. It doesn't really matter. I don't know which platform it's on, but if you have it on your platform, do not download it. Do not use it. Do not play with it. Do not tempt the demons to come and possess you, right? That's what happened to her. She downloaded a Ouija board app and started playing with the Ouija board on her phone, and all of a sudden, well, they had to call the paramedics to come pick her up, and then took her to the hospital. And as you saw in that clip, it wasn't a very pleasant situation. It wasn't very pleasant for the little girl, because I'm sure she was very uncomfortable, if she even knew what was going on at the time. But it definitely was not pleasant for the paramedics that picked her up and took her to the hospital. It was not pleasant for the nursing staff that had to attempt to hold her down. And by the way, they were interviewed later. And later on in their interview, they revealed that this little girl was so strong. We could barely hold her down. Barely hold her down. This is a little girl. I'm sorry, does she work out every day? Is she doing the Guido pump 7 days a week? Does she bench pressing 250 pounds at your local gym? She doesn't look like it. Is she drinking her protein shakes every day? Well, how in the hell is she that strong? I mean, I don't know. She's faking it if she's doing something just to get the attention, or if she's mentally ill. It still does not explain her superhuman strength. That's called supernatural. Now, people don't just acquire supernatural abilities because they want to fake something. They want to fake being possessed or whatever the situation may be. Okay? Supernatural strength, superhuman strength only comes when something supernatural is going on. When you're being possessed by a demon, a spirit, a creature that's out of the norm, well, at least for our world, a creature that's not in our realm or isn't supposed to be. So something possessed that little girl, as you clearly saw in that clip that I shared with you. Something possessed that little girl, and she became insanely strong. This girl went extremely ballistic. She starts screaming 666. She starts saying, "Mommy, help! They're hurting me." Now, I know that because most of my audience, which means you, are located in the good old US of A in the United States of America. If you're not, hey, you're still part of my audience too. I like you. You still probably didn't understand what she said. She's speaking Latin, okay? And when I say Latin, that's a language that she does not understand. Now, she's not from America. She's not from the US of A. She is from Mexico, I believe. But still, they don't speak Latin in Mexico. So the language that she's speaking while she's screaming out 666 and "Mommy, they're hurting me," and other slurs that she's blurting out, that's not her first language. She should not be speaking in those foreign tongues. So how do you explain that? Did she grab like a Latin dictionary and just learn those words, learn how to pronounce them correctly? I mean, she does have access to the internet. I believe it's possible. I mean, gosh, Google these days, but no. That's not what's going on here. She's not a faker, because this really happened to this little girl. I believe, truly believe that this happened, because also she's got a deeper voice than most normal little girls have. Now, I don't know her exact age. I can, guesstimate, so could you, based on the video footage that we're provided. But my point being, how the heck is her voice so deep? How did it change from "hello, my little girl" to what? Now, I don't know the terminology. I don't know the language, right? Latin. But she said, "666." Pretending that was in that language, in Latin, right? She said that. She said, "Mommy, they're hurting me." She's trying to get the mother to intervene. She's trying to get the parents, her parents, to intervene with the medical staff that's trying to hold her down. The medical staff, the same exact medical staff that said, "Hey, she's so hard to hold down." I'm getting tongue twisted here. So much to tell you guys. I'm trying to talk really fast because I know your time's valuable. But my point is that, hey, this shit happened. She's super strong, got superhuman abilities, superhuman strength, supernatural strength. She's able to speak in languages that she previously was not able to speak, understand. She doesn't even know what the hell she's talking about. It's because it's not her. She's possessed by a demon. Her body is no longer, her brain is no longer in control of her body. It's the demon. The demon's brain, if they have them, is controlling her body. And this happens every single day in our world, ladies and gentlemen. Whether that's in the US of A, whether that's in Poland, whether that's in Germany, Russia, wherever the hell it may be, it happens every single day. Now, we do have a lot of naysayers. We do have people that know that this shit's real. They're going to lie to you and say it's not. Then we have those disbelievers because it's never happened to them, because they just don't have the faith, right? But believe me, if it ever did happen to them, they would believe just like you and I do. That's why I believe. And I'm telling you guys right now, this shit is real. Do not play with it. Do not get a Ouija board app on your phone. Do not get a Ouija board in real life, like, one of those board games, because it's not for children. It's not for it's not for anybody that's human. Okay, burn the son of a gun if you bought one, if you own one, if one's in your house. Otherwise, you are taking a risk of potentially releasing something evil into our world, into your world, and you're potentially dealing with being possessed. Okay, you're tempting this demon to come into your life. You're making yourself vulnerable. Do not invite it in. Do not let it in. Just stay away from it. That's the best advice that I possibly can give you. I will share some of my personal stories soon in some videos that are coming up. Right now, I'm not ready to do so. I will be working on them, though, as soon as I'm ready, which might come soon. But wanted you guys to see this clip. Check out some of my other clips if you have not seen them, if you're a new subscriber here or a new viewer here. And if you're not a subscriber yet, you might as well be, because I'll be sharing stuff like this with you every single day, because I'm trying to expose all of this. I'm trying to foster a community of people of human beings that knows, hey, this isn't supposed to be reality, but it is our reality. That's what's going on in our world today. It's happened to me. It's been happening. It's happened to others. It's going to continue happening. Hey, let's shed some light on it. Let's see what we can all, if we pull together, what we can learn about it, how we can stop it. Let's stand together against this bullcrap, because I know that I'm tired of being haunted by demons, and I know that you're probably tired of being haunted by demons, especially if you're on my channel. It's probably happened to you. It's very likely. Or you just maybe like a scary story or just are interested in it. Either way, help us. Help us by pulling all of our resources together, which means you, I, and the rest of our community. All are working as one to share stories, to share what works, what doesn't work, to share, hey, why did this happen to me? How did I make it stop? And if it hadn't stopped for you, well, we're going to figure out a way to make it stop. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you stick around. And we'll see you guys in the next video very freaking soon.